Hello. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Mrs. Whitty and I'm going to be talking you through an introduction to the French GCSE course here at Mortimer. So to start with, let's take a quick look at an overview of the course. The course is split into three main themes. These themes are identity and culture, local, national and international and global areas of interest, and current and future study and employment. The example that we study with is AQA and the course is taught by myself. So once we break those themes down, this is what theme 1 looks like. We've got 4 topics, the first of which is family and friends, the second of which is technology, the third of which is free time activities, and topic 4 is customs and festivals in French-speaking countries and communities. If some of these topics seem familiar to you, that is because a lot of the GCSE course is based on taking forward the vocabulary and grammar that we've learned at Key Stage 3. So me, my family and friends and free time activities may seem quite familiar to you, whereas customs and festivals in French-speaking countries and communities may seem less familiar. That's perhaps because part of the French GCSE is some cultural study. So the cultural background there in terms of customs and festivals is a really nice addition to build on what you've seen already at Key Stage 3. Theme 2 is local, national, international and global areas of interest, and this breaks down into the 4 topics listed. Again, hometown, neighbourhood and region, and travel and tourism. When you break that down and see that it's really more holidays, will be topics that are familiar with you, whereas social issues and global issues are a new addition at Key Stage 4. We don't see so much of those in Key Stage 3. Finally, theme 3 is, when you break it down, school and education and jobs and future plans. And again, those are themes and topics that you've seen already at Key Stage 3, and you already have a strong basis of vocabulary and grammar to be able to discuss those topics. So the GCSE will be about building on that grammar and vocabulary and just taking that forward. So how is GCSE French assessed? You'll be entered either higher or foundation tier, and that will have to be the same across all 4 skills. So if you're entered for higher for listening, you'll be entered for higher for all of the 4 skills. Now, higher would be a top grade 5 or more likely a grade 6 up to a grade 9. And if you're entered for foundation, you'll be looking at a grade 3 to a grade 5. There is an exam for each of the 4 skills, so each of those is equally weighted, and each is worth 25% of your GCSE. In terms of cultural opportunities, there is, of course, the course content, which I mentioned before. The GCSE course for French is quite rich in cultural content, and alongside the grammar and vocabulary, the topics do allow for you to study the culture of France at the same time. We've got the trip to Saverne, which is a trip that will happen in year 10, obviously current circumstances allowing. And that is a bilingual trip with the students studying German. The French pupils also come back to visit us in Leominster, again, circumstances allowing. We have the pen pals who are with the same school that we go and visit in Saverne, and some of you have had the opportunity to begin pen pal exchanges this year, and that's something that we would aim to continue. And I also would usually run clubs for GCSE students. Again, that's something that I've not been able to do this year due to the current circumstances. However, next year, what I would like to be doing is a film club. So watching French films. Cinema is one of France's main exports, and is quite a big industry in France. So the result is some really very good films. And I would also aim to be running a speaking or revision club, depending on the time of year that we were at. So why should you pick French? And this is really what it comes down to. Learning a language isn't just about the language, and we've talked, or I've talked quite a lot about the cultural aspects, but there's also understanding other cultures and other communities. Learning a language at GCSE allows you to demonstrate key skills. It's quite content heavy, so it shows that you're good at learning things and being able to put those things into practice. And having a language is a requirement still for certain universities, having a language at GCSE. It provides you with cultural opportunities, which we've talked about, and there are many career opportunities related to having a language. It gives you a greater earning power in the job market. And as we've said before, a lot of the vocab and grammar that you'll be coming across will be familiar from Key Stage 3, and it's going to be a case of building on that. So you're not going to be starting from scratch with any of this. Finally, learning a language is really fun. It's not just about vocab and grammar. The cultural side of it makes it really fun and really interesting. And the opportunities that it provides you with in the future are really fun as well. So you get a lot more opportunities to travel through work even. And actually, due to the skills involved, the lessons are very collaborative. And you have a lot of opportunities to speak in the language, and just being able to do that is a really good skill to have, as well as being something that's quite fun to do. So thank you very much for your attention. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact me on my email address, which is on the screen now, or pupils can get in touch with me via Teams. Thank you.